this is, wow, that's actually really cool. Okay, this is a good time to yap. Looking for loving, you're looking for... Okay. Sorry. Currently at a waterfall. Really great. Let me take my headphones out just because. Let me get my mic. Can you hear me? I don't know. I'm feeling very how do I say it? It's really hard. Let me see if I can see it. It's really hard to let go of someone who doesn't show that they care. Like, nobody talks about it. Like, it's so much easier said than done to say to let go of a person who hurt you really badly. Like, they hurt you and they shouldn't have, and it's something that they even told you that they would have never done, but they still did it. And I don't know, it's kind of a wild feeling because in your mind you're thinking, so that's something I never have to worry about. I can trust this person. I know this. And it's especially hard when you're someone who already struggles to get attached to someone, to take time, like take time trusting the person and not always assuming that they're talking to other people, because that's me. I assume no matter what talking stage, whatever it is, I'm always assuming that they are talking to someone else. Like, that's a really bad habit of mine. I just automatically assume that already, like off the bat. I'm assuming like, okay, I'm obviously not their only option. Like, I always treat myself like a second option. It's really bad mental, but it hurts especially when it's coming from someone that you spent time with, and at first you weren't really comfortable with the things they were saying because it was so much. It was like, oh wow, this is a lot. Like, they're saying so much, how much they care about me. I'm kind of scared because I wasn't really expecting this much, and I wasn't really expecting them to care this much. And okay, hold on, I'm getting called. I wasn't expecting them to care this much so quickly, and then they did. And then after a few months, they start kind of releasing their, grip on you, and it's really hard because I sat there, with someone who was so attached to me and said they loved me so much. 3 months in, it's like they didn't care at all. Like, it was like I didn't exist to them. Like, it goes from I miss you so much to, not even calling me, not even texting me, and then telling them how you feel, and then them not even caring, And then it goes from that to I start getting suspicious, and what do you know, I look through the phone, and that's when I find, what I was looking for, obviously, because if you're going to look through someone's phone, you're going to find if you find what you're looking for, that's like the last thing you want. You don't want to look through someone's phone, and you don't want to see the things that you're, what's the word, suspecting. So, I don't know. I think it's just really hard to grasp the whole situation, and it's really hard to miss and still love someone so much that you hate. Like, it's so hard because you do hate this person. You hate this person. But you still love them so much because of all that you went through. Like, first everything, mind you. First everything. Everything was a first. So it's really hard for your mind and your body to let go of that. And that's something that SZA, my queen, she understands that so well. She understands loving someone who hurts you and is mean to you. Like, Like, a person who isn't even good for your health, who isn't even worth the fight. Fighting for that person, even after the fact. After the fact, there was no apology. There was no, like, oh my gosh, hey, like, I'm so sorry. Like, after the fact, there was nothing that showed that they cared. And then it's like, I still showed that I cared. Text, of course. And I don't know, I think that's what's so hard about love, because it's so easy to point out other people's flaws with their partners or who they choose to love. But when you're in the position yourself, it's a lot harder, and I think that's what I struggle with, and I need to apologize to some people because, hold on. I'm sorry, I'm back. I got a call. I should probably start walking back. But so yearning for that person who like never cared and never really, I don't know, I think that's what's so difficult about men, especially. Like, they say that they care and then they show so much, and then, once they're done with you or they're bored and they want to move on, it's like they just throw you away like your trash, which really sucks for my own mental health, because I hate that. Like, I hate it when that happens. I hate anyone hate it when that happens. But I don't know, there's a beauty in learning, because even though this person hurt me and, oh my god, I almost fell. Even though this person hurt me in the worst possible way they could, doing the extremist thing, like the worst thing they could do is what they did. But I'm young, obviously, but I don't know, I think that it's such a hard thing to forgive, but I was even willing to forgive him, and even now I'm still willing to forgive him, because I don't know, I went every day with this person, and I met his family, he met my family, like everything was attached to this person. Luckily, it wasn't like, it was long distance, so he wasn't completely attached to everything in my life, which is really reassuring and really nice to have my things to myself that he hasn't really infected, because that's what it feels like. It feels like certain tasks that I used to do with that person, or certain things that I used to enjoy with that person, it's kind of hard to now, it's kind of hard to let go, and I'm still like waiting on a text, or like waiting for something to show that that person cared. But it's such an unhealthy thing to wait on, but it's still like going through the grief of, what you thought was a beautiful relationship ended up being not even healthy at all, and letting that person go and realizing like they're not the only person for you to love, but it feels that way. It feels like they are the only person that could understand me and understand what I'm going through, and the only person that I want to love, because I don't want to move on. It makes me sick to my stomach. I don't want to move on, but it's really putting yourself first in a situation like this, because you really can't escape everything that they've done. Like, it's so hard to distract yourself when it's all you can think about, and that's really the only thing you can do, because when you're grieving and missing a person, it hurts more to miss them than what you actually did, like, I would rather live in my comfortability and not let go than have gone than to go through the grief of letting the person go. I would much rather be comfortable instead of uncomfortable in this grief, which is especially hard because, again, of this person. But, I think it's all a learning process. I don't know how many times I said, we could there you go. There you go. I said it again. But I don't know. I really wish that it wouldn't have happened, but I think I'm walking through. Oh my god, I almost fell. Oh my god. Okay. I think through this process, still kind of want to take it back. Oh, I almost fell. Through this process, it's really growing for me, because it was only like a 6-month long relationship, but in those 6 months I feel like so much